I'm Doug.
And I'm Kathy.
This is Maggie May. Join us as we follow the moon. Today we are at a Harvest Host location in Tallahassee, Florida. It's the Tallahassee Automobile and Collectible Museum. And it's unlike anything we've ever seen before. We want to start and take you out on the grounds, show you a little bit of the outside of the museum and the Harvest Host side of things. Then we'll bring you inside for a real treat. This Harvest Host location is located right off of Mahan Road, and it's directly off of Interstate 10 on the east side of Tallahassee. And it does get called the Tallahassee Automobile Museum, but it actually is Automobile and Collectibles, and you'll see why as we go along. The facility is amazing, and this is actually its second home. The first one opened in 1996, and they outgrew it, moved it down the street to this location, and the property's just magnificent. That's the museum there. It is 2 stories. Lots of green space. And the entire front is open for Harvest Hosts.
That looks like it's just grass, but it was solid.
Yes, it had been raining. There was no water puddling. It was solid. It was very easy in, easy out. Like I said, the landscaping, everything around it is beautiful. And if you notice just beyond the truck, there's a bridge here. So we walked on back by the bridge and found something we weren't expecting.
It looked like the Serengeti.
Yeah, off in the distance, those are water buffalo. And with my video, that was about as good as I could get. But Kathy got out one of her nice long lenses and really lets you meet the water buffalo that are out there.
They were posing. No matter where you stood, they were watching us.
Not every day you get a camp with water buffalo. Now this is the entrance, and like about everything you run into in the South, there's always Elvis there lurking around somewhere.
That's right.
Out in front is the Elvis Mobile. And we're going to take you inside and let you see a little bit more. Well, now we'll take you inside the museum, and it just goes on and on and on. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
It's pretty amazing.
So sit back, relax, enjoy. We're going to tell you a little bit about each of these things as we go along. Now, the museum currently has about 140 cars. Anything from the Duesenberg there in front of you that's valued at over $1.25 million to some more modern day cars, but all very unique in their own right.
They all were pristine.
They all look like they were right off the showroom. This is a 1969 Pontiac GTO. The Judge was just over $3,300 brand new.
And it's matching too.
Now this is a Shelby Series 1. It's a 1999 model. It was sold for just under $200,000. There was only 249 built, and it's the only car Carroll Shelby actually built from the ground up. This one was one that really caught my eye. It's a 1979 Pontiac Trans Am. This is like was used in Smokey and the Bandit. Has 10 actual miles. This is the yellow one is a 1950 Crosley Super convertible. Right beside it is their convertible truck. that convertible truck was less than $400 brand new. Now you see them of every age, every vintage, and no matter the age or the vintage, they all look pristine. Now this is a Case Touring, and you'll see the pictures of how it was when that vehicle was purchased for the museum and how it is after its restoration. This is a 1900 Snell, and it's named that because it was built by Frank Snell in his garage in Waterbury, New York. It'll go 25 miles an hour, but it does not have brakes.
Whee!
Yeah. Talk about tires aging out. Now there's an Edsel Ranger. That was a new one on me. The Ranger was only made the first 2 model years of the Edsel, and it was their bottom of the line. Parked right next to a Rolls Royce. Notice this one over here I think is being worked on. See the legs sticking out from underneath. This one was beautiful. This is a 1948 Lincoln Continental. It's a convertible cabriolet with a V12, and this Cord was front-wheel drive. It had a standard radio and variable windshield wipers, which were way ahead of its time, as well as the hideaway headlamps.
And that color was
cigarette cream. This is a Tucker. It's the number 5 out of 51 that were built. 47 are still in existence. In the upstairs, there's a row here of all of the rear-engined cars. And you find other things too, like this linotype machine. That linotype was $6,500 in 1945, sitting right next to a 1939 Ford tractor, which was $585. Now this is a Divco delivery truck, and it actually was a creamery truck. They delivered the milk, the cream, and the cheese. This is actually the funeral car that was used for Abraham Lincoln. Now he's got a section there on Batman. The cars from the movies, the car from the TV show. And you'll notice that duck back there, that was Penguin's bride. Now that is a Whizzer, and it's a motorized addition to a Schwinn bicycle frame. My grandfather used to sell those. That's a 1946 model, but he used to sell those out of his garage, and this whole corner is motorized bicycles and on into motorcycles. If the big cars aren't your thing, there's a huge collection of miniatures.
And for the girls,
Absolutely.
There's dolls.
The doll collection is amazing. Now they are all behind glass, so there is some glare in the video here. I apologize for that, but it's just amazing, the collection.
I actually found 5 dolls that my daughter had that I got her when she was a little girl.
Now this is an SD pump organ. It was made in Brattleboro, Vermont. But a little bit more upscale, this is a collection of Steinway grand pianos. This yellow one here on the end is called the Freedom piano. And this one, the Concourse piano, is a little bit more high-tech. This was actually debuted at Disney resorts for the Steinway dealers. The lid is made out of carbon fiber. A very ornate art case Steinway. This one is different because the grain of the wood runs up and down rather than around the case. And this one was the 500,000th piano Steinway built. It's actually signed on the case by all 800 living Steinway artists at the time. It's a very, very impressive piece. And that's also authenticity from Christie's on that, and they show the value of that piano at $1.5 million. Now, DeVoe Moore, that has this museum, doesn't play a note on the piano, but he's just infatuated with the workmanship and craftsmanship of Steinway. Here, another beautiful art case.
And this gold one was in the White House.
Has the little pictures going around the outside of the case are for the 13 original states. You name it, whether it's an asteroid, whether it's a fossilized dinosaur egg, or fossilized feces, or a dungstone as it's called. You name it, it's here. Now, Mr. Moore that has this is now 82 years old. In the 60s, as a student at FSU, he started horseshoeing. That led to a clutch and brake manufacturing business, and then on into real estate and development. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this as much as what we have. Being a Harvest host, it was a great place to stay, very accommodating, very easy to find, less than a half a mile off of Interstate 10, just east of Tallahassee. And
the grounds are perfect.
Yeah, the grounds are very nicely manicured, very easy to find, and very, very nice people. So we want to thank you all for joining us. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please do so. We certainly appreciate it. And if you enjoyed what you saw, give us a thumbs up. That lets us know that you liked our content, and we're going to keep turning out more content like this for you.
And thank you for following us as we follow the moon.
Thank you for watching this video. We hope you've enjoyed it. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel and be sure to ring the notification bell so you'll know when we have new videos listed. Also, be sure to check out our blog at followthemoon.us and also our Facebook page at Follow the Moon and on Instagram at Follow the Moon Travel. Thanks.